Okay, so for this lesson we did a couple things. We practiced with the metronome, which I'm not going to demonstrate. Just download a metronome app, and then for each click of the metronome, set it at about 80, 85, and on each click, strum or play each string 4 times, so it'll sound. And in strumming that way, you increase by about 5 beats per minute every time. Athens. About 5 beats per minute every time, and you'll get to very fast speeds in no time. The average popular song back in the 90s, I guess, was about 120 beats per minute. Nowadays it's actually a little bit slower, but the average song used to be 120 beats per minute, and so that's a decent speed. That's probably about what I was doing there, going. So we want to be practicing with the metronome, doing the until we're at, let's say, 120. If you can't, you don't even try to do it all in one day. Maybe you feel comfortable with that, but it might not be good for you to go that fast that quickly. Maybe get up 15 beats per minute one day, 15 another, but just make a steady progress on that. You always want to be able to play faster than you can utilize, so to speak. You want to be able to go faster even if you're not intending to play faster. So with that in mind, we also learned another shape to the minor pentatonic scale. This shape was starting on the 5th string, and we started 5th fret of the A string, then 8th fret, 5th fret on the next string, 7th fret, 5th fret on the next string, 7th fret, 6th fret on the B string, and 8th fret on the B string, and then 5th fret on the high E string, and 8th fret on the high E string. Now, even though we're starting here, we can go back 2 more notes, and we can do 8, 5 on the low string. It's important to note that the root note is on the 5th fret of the 5th string at this time. And when we play our normal shape of our root note is on the 5th fret of the E string. So if we just think of where the root goes, we're just moving the root down. But it's the same scale. So we also went over a second shape to this scale. This shape is really easy. And we start on the 3rd fret of the E string with our middle finger. We use our pinky finger to grab the 5th fret of the E string, We do the same thing to the next string. We grab the 5th fret, or the 3rd fret, and the 5th fret. So far we have 3, 5, 3, 5. And then the next string we have 2, 5. Next string, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Now, what this enables you to do is play between these two shapes. And in playing between those two shapes, you've opened up a whole other set of frets that you can play on. Now, the good news is that in teaching you this shape, I have also taught you a third shape for A minor pentatonic, which will start with the open E string, then you press down on the 3rd fret of the E string, open A string, 3rd fret A string, open D string, 2nd fret D string, open G string, 2nd fret G string, 1st fret of the B string, 3rd fret of the B string, open high E string, 3rd fret of the high E string. And if you think about it, it is played the same as your D minor. Now what's neat about this is that we now are able to say play any combination of the notes within these 3 shapes. But what that also opens you up to is, say if you're down here, let's say you climb the A minor, you can just flick off, pull off, and you're hitting a note that's within the A minor pentatonic scale. And AC/DC does that in quite a few songs, only it's toward this section of the fretboard. But it's just very useful to be able to just open string or play on higher frets. You hear some songs where there's just a chord that does that and it sounds very nice. I don't believe we went over anything else. I'll make a theory video for your blues theory, as it were, and we'll move on from there.